balancing on the edge of cliffs where one mistake means disaster. Spinning through mud with lightning-fast turns and pulling off stunts so wild you'd swear they were CGI. Buckle up, because what you're about to see will make you question what's real and what's even possible. On this narrow forest road, the stakes couldn't be higher. A fully loaded logging truck, stacked with massive timber, inches forward along a rugged pass carved into the mountainside. The weight pressing down on its frame is immense, and the margin for error is razor thin. One wrong move and the load could tip into the ravine below. That's where the front loader steps in. With its headlights blazing through the misty woods, it becomes the guiding force in this high-risk maneuver. Its heavy-duty arms and hydraulic power stabilize the road, nudging logs and adjusting the truck's path with precision. The loader moves in unison with the truck, keeping it centered as both machines navigate the uneven ground. The scene is a raw display of coordination and power. Steel wheels gripping loose gravel, diesel engines roaring against the echo of the forest, and operators communicating through pure skill and timing. Every second shows the balance between brute strength and delicate control, a frontline battle where machine and operator wrestle the terrain into submission. This isn't just transport, it's survival on steel and wheels, proving why logging roads demand the toughest equipment and the most fearless operators. The ground trembles as a Caterpillar D9G bulldozer surges forward, its massive blade swallowing tons of soil in a single push. Every pass cuts deeper, leveling the terrain with brute precision. Behind it, giant scrapers roll in perfect coordination, scooping up the loosened earth and hauling it away. The synchronized movement is a masterclass in heavy equipment teamwork. Iron giants carving, ripping, and shaping the land with relentless efficiency. The D9G's raw power at the front sets the pace, while the trailing machines lock in behind, keeping the operation flowing like a well-oiled chain of dominance. Clouds of dust rise, diesel smoke pours from the stacks, and the earth bends to the will of steel. This is large-scale earth moving at its peak, where operator skill meets unstoppable machinery, turning raw ground into a perfectly graded foundation in minutes. Frozen plains shake as a massive snow-clearing train storms through the drifts like a steel beast on rails. Its wedge plow slices into towering banks of snow, throwing white powder high into the air with explosive force. The locomotives thunder forward in unison, engines roaring as they push through resistance that would stop anything else in its tracks. Behind the plow, the rails are left perfectly clear, proof of unstoppable engineering meeting nature's toughest challenge. From the air, the scene looks surreal, a black and green powerhouse carving a highway through an endless sea of white.
field shakes as two tractors lock horns in a raw battle of power. Up front, an old warhorse of a machine, scarred by years of work, growls through rust and smoke with oversized tires built for punishment. Behind it, a smaller red Challenger digs in, wheels clawing at the ground as the chain pulls tight. Grass tears, soil explodes, and diesel smoke rolls into the sky while steel and torque fight for dominance. Each surge threatens to snap the chain as the battleground erupts beneath their tires. This isn't farming, it's pure mechanical warfare. Two tractors, tons of torque, and the raw will to rip the earth apart until only one machine holds the line. Here we see a Liebherr R982 excavator, a massive piece of heavy machinery built for the toughest demolition and earth-moving projects. Its long hydraulic boom and reinforced bucket are tearing through piles of concrete and rubble with sheer brute force. The operator controls the giant arm with precision, breaking apart solid structures and scooping up massive chunks of debris as if they were nothing more than loose soil. The Liebherr R982 is a powerhouse in the world of excavators. Its robust build, heavy-duty hydraulic system, and immense lifting capacity make it perfect for construction sites, mining operations, and large-scale demolitions. Watching it in action showcases not just raw strength, but the operator's skill in maneuvering such a colossal machine with accuracy. Cliffside shakes as the Terex 8220 Bulldozer claws into the mountain, carving a road where none existed before. Its heavy tracks grip the unstable slope with unyielding force, while the steel blade shoves rock and soil aside in massive waves. One wrong move here means disaster, but in the hands of a skilled operator, raw power turns into precision. With every calculated push, the dozer transforms treacherous ground into a stable path, taming the hillside inch by inch. Dust clouds rise, boulders tumble, and yet the machine holds steady. Proving why the Terex 8220 is a legend in rugged terrain. This is more than land clearing, it's fearless engineering on the edge of collapse, where man and machine carve safety out of danger itself. Field shakes as two tractors lock horns in a raw battle of power. Up front, an old warhorse of a machine, scarred by years of work, growls through rust and smoke with oversized tires built for punishment. Behind it, a smaller red Challenger digs in, wheels clawing at the ground as the chain pulls tight. Grass tears, soil explodes, and diesel smoke rolls into the sky while steel and torque fight for dominance. Each surge threatens to snap the chain as the battleground erupts beneath their tires. This is a powerhouse of precision in the logging yard, a Sennenbogen 735E material handler dominating the timber stacks. Its towering green boom stretches across massive piles of logs, fitted with a hydraulic grapple that clamps down on bundles of timber with brute strength. One by one, the machine lifts and organizes the heavy logs, swinging them effortlessly onto the conveyor line for processing. The operator's view is locked in from a cab designed for control and visibility, moving tons of timber as if they were matchsticks. The grapple's grip is unshakable, each load perfectly balanced as the machine feeds the endless piles into order. Surrounding it are mountains of cut logs stacked in neat waves, showing the sheer scale of forestry operations. This is where raw harvesting meets industrial organization, a mechanical giant transforming chaos into order, proving that in modern logging, efficiency and sheer lifting power are everything. Caterpillar bulldozer roars into action, cutting deep into the earth with its massive steel blade. Each push sends tons of soil rolling forward, carving a clean trench through the ground. Restored to perfection, this classic dozer shows off the raw power of heavy equipment. Tracks biting hard, engine thundering, and black smoke rising as it muscles through the dirt. With precision control and unstoppable force, the bulldozer transforms rugged terrain into a perfectly shaped work zone, proving why these machines are legends of earth moving.
The ground trembles as the John Deere grapple skidder storms into action, a machine that defines raw muscle and precision in modern forestry. This green giant claws its way through the rugged logging site, its massive tires wrapped in steel chains that bite deep into mud, slopes, and debris, guaranteeing unstoppable traction in the harshest terrain. Locked tight in its hydraulic grapple arms are freshly felled logs. Thick timber trunks clamped together and dragged effortlessly across uneven ground. Each movement is a show of dominance. The grapple swings with smooth precision, gripping multiple logs with unshakable force, while the skidder plows forward through broken stumps and dense branches as if they were nothing. On steep hillsides, the power is undeniable. With tons of timber in tow, the machine grinds uphill, its chains digging into the soil, clawing for every inch and proving why it's built for terrain that punishes everything else. Even in waterlogged trenches and mud-soaked ground, it never falters. Relentless momentum pulls the load to the roadside with unmatched efficiency. Inside the reinforced cab, the operator commands with surgical precision, pivoting sharply in tight forest spaces, adjusting grapple pressure to prevent logs from slipping, and threading through obstacles with complete control. Every action balances brute strength with finesse, transforming chaos into order in seconds. This is forestry at its toughest: mud, gravity, and rugged terrain pushing back with everything they've got. But the John Deere grapple skidder prevails, bridging the gap between felling sites and transport trucks, keeping the operation moving without pause. With legendary durability, hauling power, and engineering finesse, the John Deere grapple skidder doesn't just work, it dominates. A true king of modern logging, turning overwhelming workloads into unstoppable progress.
This is forestry at its most brutal test, where mud swallows tires, gravity drags machines downhill, and rugged terrain hits back with everything it's got. The Terex D800 Bulldozer is being unloaded from a lowboy trailer, its heavy steel tracks gripping the ramps as it rolls down steadily. Despite its worn and rusted exterior, the machine carries raw mechanical power, built for brutal earth-moving tasks and demanding groundwork. The forest road is razor thin, the load towering, and one wrong tilt could mean disaster. A heavy-duty logging truck, stacked high with massive timber, crawls forward inch by inch. But it's not alone. A powerful front loader takes point, locking in ahead to guide and steady the behemoth as it grinds over the rugged paths. Steel strains, tires bite into loose soil, and the cliffside dares the truck to slip. But precision teamwork takes over. The loader braces the weight, countering every tilt and keeping the logs balanced as the truck pushes on. This is logging at its most extreme, where coordination between man and machine decides whether the load makes it out.
No, non si tira di solve.
What you've just witnessed is bulldozer mastery at a level that pushes the limits of man and machine. From cliffside rescues to gravity-defying stunts, these operators prove that controlling raw steel is as much about courage and precision as it is about horsepower. Every tilt, every push, and every save was a reminder that behind every dozer sits a fearless operator turning impossible jobs into jaw-dropping reality. If this left you stunned, don't just scroll away, hit that like button to fuel the madness, share this with anyone who loves extreme heavy machinery, and tell us in the comments which moment blew your mind the most. And we're just getting started. The next upload takes bulldozers and heavy equipment to an even crazier level. Steeper slopes, heavier loads, and skills so insane you'll swear they're CGI. Make sure you subscribe to Tech Trouble and ring the bell because you won't want to miss what's coming next. This is Tech Trouble, where machines meet madness, and trust me, the wildest moments are still ahead.